Hi everybody, so I want to discuss a DLC theory with you guys. That being a secret 6th character for Season 3. This idea is not originally mine. A few people in the comments have been asking or saying they believe this is true. So thank you Bakugo and Bloodshard for giving me the idea for this video. So the primary reason why this idea exists is because the left and right side of the character selection screen is divided up between protagonists and antagonists, with the protagonists on the left and the antagonists on the right. And at the end of Season 1 and at the end of Season 2, we were left with an even distribution between the two sides. It was always even at the end of the season. However, in Season 3, we are only receiving 5 characters, right? Which means if they do their normal routine of adding a character to the left or right side of the screen, it means we're going to be left with an uneven distribution between antagonists and protagonists, which doesn't sound like a big deal by itself, but it would break the trend that they've been doing up to this point. Now, they could make some extra room between Teen Gohan and Majin Buu down there at the bottom in the middle, and then throw the last DLC character right there in the middle, and then, you know, you still have symmetry that way. But I don't think people who subscribe to the secret DLC character theory necessarily think that that is likely to happen. And this idea goes as far to say that this secret DLC character may not even be a Dragon Ball character. Bakugo in the comments even suggested that the character might be a Naruto character, speculating on a Naruto FighterZ game, right? And having a guest character from Naruto. In regards to Naruto specifically, most shinobi don't fly in Naruto, right? So whatever the guest character is from Naruto, they're probably gonna have to give them Master Roshi's jump mechanic. You know, I guess the people who subscribe to the theory could just say, well, Master Roshi's mechanic was a test for the guest character. So I don't personally think the guest character idea is likely. If we do have a secret 6th character for Season 3, I think it will be within the Dragon Ball franchise. It'll be more like the Kefla reveal at the beginning of the season. But here's the issue with the secret 6th character that I have is, look at what part of the year it is. It's almost December, right? And we still have 2 characters left. We're getting so close to the end of the year, in fact, that they may even have to release the last DLC character January or February of next year. And if they don't, they're going to do a double reveal in December for the last 2 DLC characters. The only way I could see that happening is if there is no Season 4, and then they're like, okay, this last Season 3 DLC character is going to come out in like May of 2021 or something like that. In my perspective, the most likely scenario on how this plays out is they release the 5 characters for Season 3, and they announce a Season 4 with another odd number of characters. Either 3 more or 5 more Season 4 characters, and then it would even up the left and right side of the character select. But that's not to say that a secret 6th DLC character is impossible, right? So if it does happen, or if it has a chance of happening, right? Which I think it does have a chance. What character might we receive as the secret DLC character? So I'm gonna throw out guest characters because I just think that's too low of a possibility. If you guys really want me to, I can make a separate video on what guest character is most likely. Let me know in the comments if that's what you really want. But for Dragon Ball series characters, let's find out what character would have the best shot at making it into a secret 6th DLC slot. So my primary prediction right now that I've had since May of 2020 is Omega Shenron and Raditz as the final 2. So if we just say it is Omega Shenron and Raditz, who's that 6th spot? Well, let's take a look at the Season 3 community poll, which is what I primarily use to base my predictions on. And the reason why I use the community poll is because the Season 2 community poll, all the DLC characters that came out in Season 2 was in the top 18 of that poll, with only a couple reasonable exceptions that I've discussed in prior videos. So to start narrowing down which character might be the secret 6th, let's revisit this idea of balancing the left and right side of the screen. So if we assume Omega Shenron and Raditz are the last two in Season 3, then that would mean that we would have one more antagonist than protagonist, which means the last secret DLC character would need to be a protagonist. So let's eliminate from the top 17 in the community poll the straight up villains, right? Just like they had no redemption or positive character arc or anything like that. That would mean that we get rid of Dabura, unless you put in Ghost Dabura when he becomes all nice and stuff, which they wouldn't. Then Baby Vegeta, and then Super Buu. And these characters would have zero chance of making it in as the secret 6th because they're not going to double up on antagonists, and then it'd be totally uneven. Then we have 3 characters that are not true villains, but are villain-like, but more accurately called antagonists. They probably either had a positive character arc or were more of just a competitor rather than a straight-up villain. And those are Majin Vegeta, Toppo, and Pycon. So these 3 characters would have a chance of being put on the protagonist side, but which of them are more likely to be an antagonist or protagonist in the eyes of Arc System Works? So let's start with Majin Vegeta. He did blow himself up and trying to kill Majin Buu, right? And he's viewed as a hero or a martyr for that. But he also just casually killed thousands of people at the World's Martial Arts Tournament, you know? And fought Goku with the intention of killing him before he decided not to because he realized Goku was holding back. So if Arc System Works were to add Majin Vegeta to Dragon Ball FighterZ, I feel like they're more likely to add Majin Vegeta to the antagonist side. And Toppo, while not technically a villain, did oppose our Universe 7 heroes at the Tournament of Power, and he never switched sides or anything like that. He's like Kefla, right? A competitor at the tournament. And Kefla was added to the antagonist side of the screen, and I'm pretty sure Toppo would be as well. So we could probably not count on Toppo being a secret 6th character. Then we have Pycon. So Pycon originally was an antagonist. In the filler that Pycon premiered at the Grand Kai tournament, he opposed Goku in the tournament and they fought in the grand finale. But he did eventually become a protagonist in his appearance in the Janemba movie, where he helped stall Janemba while Goku and Vegeta fused into Gogeta. So while he does have a side switch in terms of narrative like Majin Vegeta did, he didn't kill innocent people. So I feel like if they were to add Pycon, they could easily justify adding him to the protagonist side of the character select. So now let's look at what protagonists there are on the community poll. And Roshi's already added, so forget about him. We got Mr. Satan, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Oob, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, Goku Super Saiyan 4, Future Gohan, Whis, and then Tapion. Though I wouldn't really count Whis as a protagonist. He's a pretty neutral party. I mean, that's kind of the idea of the Angels anyway, but whatever. That's kind of a moot point. Though I would say that if they do add Whis, Arc System Works will probably go for, because he's supposed to be a neutral character, they would probably put him in the middle between Majin Buu and Teen Gohan. And there is our list of potential protagonists that could be added as a secret 6th character. Clearly, Mr. Satan is the most wanted on this list, and I've said it before, I really don't think Mr. Satan is going to be added to the game. First off, he can't fly. Master Roshi couldn't fly either, but Mr. Satan can't jump like Master Roshi can, right? He's not as trained or as capable of a martial artist as Master Roshi is. And the jetpack thing, they only ever give that to Mr. Satan in the video games. He never actually does that in the anime. And we know Arc System Works takes the source material very seriously with Super Dash, right? That's the reason why they didn't give Roshi the Super Dash. The only way it would ever work is if they make him the Super Hercule, you know, in the fictionalization of how Mr. Satan, you know, saved the world and stuff. Then he'd be able to fly, reflect, and shoot beams and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. But it would be a complete joke, and I don't think Arc System Works would do that. Even if they gave him the jetpack and the explosives, it would still be a joke, right? So now next is Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. And as we can see, we're getting pretty low on the list of top characters. And the lowest want rating of a DLC character that's ever been added to Dragon Ball FighterZ is Ultra Instinct Goku. And he had a want rating of 44.24%. And we can see here that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is 41.42%. So that's statistically about the same. But the biggest problem with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, as cool as it would be to actually have an official Super Saiyan 4 character in the game, he doesn't fight. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does not fight at all in GT. He just kind of fucks around with Goku and trying to fight Shenron and gets his ass kicked. But taking creative liberties is not outside, you know, Arc System Works' ability. And I'm sure they could just rehash a mixture of different moves from different Vegetas that they've already made, right? And they could put them in. And then Pycon and Oob are both 39%, which is kind of on the lower limit of what we could probably expect for favorability for a potential DLC character. So I think we can eliminate Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, Goku Super Saiyan 4, Future Gohan, Whis, and Tapion from being potential DLC characters, at least for Season 3. So Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, Pycon, and Oob are our top 3. And of these 3, I think Pycon has the best shot. And the reason for this is I've heard multiple times that Pycon is more popular in Japan, so that would boost his overall percentage a little bit higher. And he doesn't have the issue like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta where he doesn't have a moveset, right? He actually has a very unique moveset with the fire tornadoes and stuff like that. So again, I don't really think this Secret Sixth character is very likely, but if it were to happen, I'm putting my money on Pycon. But which character do you guys think it would be if we have a Secret Sixth character? Not necessarily who you want it to be, but who do you think would be the most likely? I'm curious what you think. And if you also want to throw in, you know, who you would like it to be, let me know that as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Wish for Roshi, and I'll see you in the next video.